speak as though I have conquered death. I live death every day. I am surrounded by it, smothered by it. Look at you now. He would have everlasting life. You seek to defy death, yet you cannot even defy sleep. And our like sleep is to death. It is a painted death.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Today's been one of those days. Didn't even get to draw in the morning. It just puts me in a bad place. Don't like it. Just too busy with day job stuff. And yeah, this is the first. It's now, I don't know, 12 hours since I began work. And now I get to sit down and try to draw some buildings. How are you all going tonight? See some fine people already gathering in the chat. We've got Jeremy Burt's here. Dave is here. Voyager's here. Maromi. Hello, darling. So, Schnelly. We got Jeremy in the house. Are you on 10,000 subs yet, Jeremy? I haven't been watching any House of the Dragon. We're trying to get through Jack Ryan. And we'll get back to House of the Dragon. So, obviously, I haven't been watching any of the things because I want to watch it first. But we'll get back to it. Hail Mo Biggs. We got Linkovic in the house. Mason W. Hello, Mason. How you going? How's CG? James Murphy. Morning. Is it morning? Oh, yeah, it is, of course. It's like, what, 2, 3 a.m. for you guys? Atheline's here. Who else is here? Where was Post Kings? I know, right? Was Malin discombobulated by the re-arrival of Smeller? How was it? I think he did okay. I mean, it was a bit awkward, but it was always going to be. No Post Kangs. Maybe he just wasn't feeling it. I get it. If you're not feeling it. Love the Bearded says, hail Danny. What? F Danny. That's why I made two emojis specifically to F Danny. Well, I mean, throw him an F. I don't want any splinters. Yeah. Smeller came on to Kings. He was there for ages. It got a bit awkward in times. Hello, Pork. Hello, D-Wag. John. KSS. I see you out there sharing my links, KSS. I give you the digital fist bump. Justice for me. What happened to you, Mo? We got Christopher in the house. We have, yeah, it was entertaining though. I like Mike. I've never had any interaction with Mike. So other than I bought his books, I liked them. But I never really interacted with him. So I didn't really have the bad vibes that clearly Malin does. I mean, I remember the whole Drawn and Quartered, but I never used to watch Drawn and Quartered either. Just wasn't my bag. This wasn't my bag. I've noticed you, Christopher. You are noticed. He says, not yet creeping up on 3K, though. I got to get back into making videos. I got to find things I want to talk about. But, yeah, once you stop, it's hard to get that momentum back. I was getting, 1,000 views on all my videos. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. Got to get back into the swing of things. Get some new subs up in this house. Who else we got in here? I see Joshua. I said Voyager. I think Malin was tired. He was in a mood. It was funny. Classic Malin. Classic coach. Mo's asking. Smeller's back. We got Metal Movies and Brewskis here. How you going, Matt? What else we got in here? Yeah, a lot of F Danny's. Good to see. I am not a zero. Says hail. Is that Gary? What else we got in here? We got Jasper. It's going to be doing a little bit of drawing. I don't know how good. If I finish this drawing tonight, that means I finish another page. That should be excellent. Richie Dupes here. We got Finn here. Is it your birthday? Was it really your birthday, Finn? I felt like I was giving you a happy birthday, and I didn't know if that was a troll. If it is, I meant it. If it isn't, no harm, no foul. Jeremy likes. Did you guys check this? See this? I got retweeted by someone important today. How do I? I'm gonna stop sharing that. I'm gonna start sharing this. I made a funny out on Twitter. Is it really, Jeremy? Hang on, nah. Jeremy says it's his birthday too. Is it really? All right. Happy birthday, Finn. Happy birthday, Jeremy. But I'm dubious. By whom? Asked Athalan. Someone big and popular retweeted me today. I made a funny, and he obviously liked it, and he retweeted it. Eric July. Eric July was getting yelled at. You gotta see this. This is how ridiculous it is, eh? Superkiller.org, coming soon to Kickstarter, says YouTuber Eric July has been caught using a stock image of a warehouse to misrepresent the size of his new comic company and their inventory on hand. This raises many questions about his self-reported sales figures. More news at 9. Where's my thing? I should have played that beforehand. Damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him misrepresenting. Like, Eric's trying to show that he has this cavernous, Indiana Jones-esque warehouse with this thumbnail that he's got here. And he's also trying to show that his warehouse is full of gold. It's a golden warehouse. It's like Fort Knox in there. But look, oh ye of little fate, you've been hoodwinked. This is actually a stock photo from Rack on Tour, and it's not Isom Books. It's something else. He's been he's been caught. So I responded and I said, "Wait, are you telling me you're not in the She-Hulk TV show?" And he liked that. And does this t-shirt really have a 1019 thumbnail thing on it? Do you really, in real life, do you have a white halo around you? Yeah. Did I draw that warehouse? I traced that warehouse. Jasper says Shane was aggro towards Mike. I think Mike was a little bit unkind on Twitter to Yanzi. I don't remember what that is, but yeah. So Ripper is the new Tracecroft, says Pork. I mean, clearly, but people like that. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. So these people don't really have bug eyes. Screen Rant. Is that Screen Rant? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. What? Yeah. So he said caught red-handed, retweeted it. Thumbnail gate. Thumbgate. That's the new thing. What are you guys saying here in the chat? Warehouse gate. Lethal Diva says John seemed a little annoyed tonight. It's it was an interesting episode of Kings. I've been watching more Kings because I work today, and I don't, I don't usually enjoy the shows with like 10 people on the panel, but yeah, it's been interesting. Mo says if Ethan plays the Hey Mike, he can just bring on Bancroft and do that with him. I would love that. I will take on the mantle. Absolutely will. I just checked this out earlier. Change the subject before I get to some drawing. We have 3 launches in a row coming up this week. The September to Remember continues. Finatra says, Mike who? Smiller. Smiller's back. He's back. Richie Dupe says all these fools will be buried in ISIM and cash grab books. Apparently, the ISIM is going out. People are getting their tracking numbers from the first batch. He was saying that he could get like 2,000 out a day. It should be. I can't. Don't ask me to do the calculations. GK1 says Smiller owes me books. Which books does he owe you? I didn't know he was still selling books. Fanacha wants to know the under and over on Mike's CG longevity. Yeah. I wonder if he wasn't attached to the Shadversity campaign, if he would have braved the waters. I know he's been hanging out with John Delarose, so he's not against streaming. He thought it would be really like hostile ground. It was way more hostile on the panel than it was in the chat. The chat were like, "Hey, Mike," because they're having fun. Inkspot says glad Smiller's back. Got references to him hidden in cash grab. Camel could do so. I don't think Camel has any. I know he does, doesn't he? Doesn't he have a mole in Is that Smeller in Camel in How Salad? So the NFT's tanked. I think the whole NFT thing is done. I think. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, we have Graveyard Shift Omega Storm. That's launching on Wednesday. We have Alternate Comics Fall 2022. That's launching on Thursday. And right here on this channel, the man who earned his spot. Camel says he's a hyena. I apologize. Yeah. Who earned his spot right here on this channel by getting 100 signups. He will be launching here on this channel. Armin. And we'll be launching Elixir 1. Very happy to do it. I'm looking forward to it. Let's check it out. There you go. You can sign up. I like the cut of this guy's jib. He reached out to me and said, "Do you want to come on my channel and just chat? Do a meet and greet?" I said, "Yeah, I do." So we did that. Foot in the door. Then I saw that he was struggling with signups, and I said, "If you can get over 100 signups, I'll launch you on my channel." And that's what happened. So, yeah, looking forward to it. But yeah, the September to Remember is not over. There's this book, Cody Valiant, which I'm not too familiar with. I mean, I've looked at it. And then there's this Soltac book at the end of the month, which I must say looks pretty friggin' rad. The art on this looks pretty amazing. And then right after that, on October 1st, we got Graham Nolan coming back. He's apparently, he's got all the books for the Manly Tales, and he's going to get them out. Smiller's return is good for cash grab. Well, hopefully cash grab is not too far away from being fulfilled itself. Jeremy likes the ingenuity. Yeah, the can-do spirit. That's what Comicsgate is all about. Lethal Diva says, "Is it September to Remember?" I forgot. Oh, and Jeremy says, "Got my Dwarfs versus Lion boxes today." Yeah, I'm seeing them get out. I'm seeing lots more Camel How Salad stuff out there. All looking good. Good stuff. Mo says, "Armin has a fun channel. You can watch adjacent people with no idea what's going on being thrown into the deep end with B Rose and James Law." That's good. He's good. All right. I'm going to stop sharing this. So we've got 50 people in here, 15 minutes in. I did promise, is it a larva? I was going to write larvae, but I realized that was, I realized just in time that was the plural of a larva. Is it a Band-Aid? No. It's a car. And I also noticed, there it is there. That's the one I drew on stream. I could have done it better, but whatever. I also noticed I I started drawing them bigger as I went. Like, see that I think these are the first ones I drew, and they're more appropriately scaled. And then they got like these are like jumbo cars. This is where the big men park their cars over here. So I guess I probably should do the right thing and shrink them down a little bit. I'm not going to be able to bring up your chats anymore, but I will be reading them as much as I can. So deal. All right, what am I going to do here? So I'm going to have to cut these out like an idiot. Of course, I normally do while I'm drawing, I normally do things on different layers so I don't have to do this nonsense where I'm like lassoing them, but like an idiot, I always say it'll be fine. It'll be fine first time round, and then I mess up. That's my lot in life. All right. Time to get the Shrinko ray out. Metal says, I'm drawing the Whiskey A Go-Go in the 90s right now. I have no idea what that means, Matt, but you do you, bro. Awesome. All right, hang on. I got to look at what the other size scale is here. See, who wouldn't go digital? Honestly, who wouldn't? That's about right there. Look at that. That's like a good 30% less offensive. Where's my thing? Oh no, I put it over there. I'm an idiot. I think that's good. All right. Pork Hunt says, "Are they amputated thumbs?" They may as well be. We got we have the one and only Reagan Lodge in the house. Great to see Reagan here. He says, "Good gleevening, everybody." Good gleevening. Are you drunk, Reagan? Have you been smoking? What's going on there? All right. Whoa. Let me just get rid of this first. Put it back in. See the magic. The magic of digital manipulation. All right. I realized I want to put a Moromi says 3 months. When did that happen? Welcome to the lawnmower gang, Moromi. Up next comes the white-faced dick. And then you know you've really made it. Reagan says he's speaking Glenglish. People are saying hi to Mel. I think she's inside. I think she's inside playing with the kids. Victoria gets all these chairs from around the house and like makes a plane inside the house. And yeah. So she might be a bit busy. I'm not sure. Mo says, once you have the lawnmower, you're a common law bogan. Exactly. God, I hate drawing. See, this is the one thing that actually does suck about digital is drawing circles. It's yeah. Because it looks too, I don't know. It looks too normal if you did what I did. And then it's really impossible to get an actual decent looking circle going if you freehand it. So you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Jeremy says, got my white face D to go with my cock. Then you're set. That's all you need. I just got to figure out what we do for the 1 year. That's going to be the big. How will I reward 1 year members? 1 whole year of helping Rod keep it up. Keep up what he's doing. Now I think I want to have like this is a dome. This isn't a nipple. I'm not drawing a breast on the top of the house. I'm trying to draw some kind of dome thing. And I'm looking at one from underneath right now, and I'm trying to draw it from like aerial view. So accuracy levels might be low, but that's all right. It's got these like windows on it, I suppose. Actually, they kind of dig in like this. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Pork, for 1 year, why not a purple-headed yogurt slinger? Pork. Living up to his name there. It's lewd pork. A purple-headed one-eyed monster. Mo says at 1 year they get a Mo Biggs black circle. Do you want that, Mo? All those people banding about like they're Mo Biggs? Is that really what you want? GK1 says, why are all the maggots in a line like that? That's how they organize. They're there ready and waiting for a raccoon or a skunk or something to come eat them. I watched a video of a guy breaking apart a hornet's nest, like a paper. It was like a paper nest, just ripping it apart, and they were all flying out trying to sting him. Obviously, he was in one of those suits, otherwise he'd be friggin' in trouble. But yeah, he left the. They don't have honeycomb, but they have larvae in the in their things, and he left it out for the raccoons and the skunks. They had a good old time with it. I think there's like bands on this thing. Let's see how we do that, how that looks. Camel Moon says, I'll be starting my Bancroft compete stream in 3 minutes. Son of a bitch. I believe him too. He'd do that. I think I actually get more drawing done when I'm by myself. I get so engrossed in conversation with people when they're here. I think this is a decent looking dome. I'm happy with that. This is what I'm kind of going off, how I had it before. And you thought those larvae were bad. Check out these larvae. Cars in Depths asks, are there skunks in Australia? No. The video I saw, it's an American guy. What am I doing? John says, is that a bird call or kids playing? That's probably a bird. Jeremy got tail salad tonight. Mo's dubbing it the Dome of Cock. All right, I'm going to go a bit more off the what I had earlier. Let's see what's there. Some structures I put in. Some things, some thingamabobs. I guess I could put that there. Yeah. Maybe. All right. I saw Sumo got the ultra rare Virgin Snowgans cover. Lucky man. I think that's so. I'm definitely got that one. But I backed that book like 4 times, so hopefully I got a lot of good stuff coming in my box. Why isn't it letting me select it? There we go. Antoine says this is definitely drawtism, Bancroft. Knowing no one is going to be studying the panel to the degree that your efforts suggest. Well, I study it. I don't know any other way to do it, Antoine. I'm a weirdo. Well, my feeling is that I do this building a bit more detailed. It's also about building up, like world building as well, like creating my own reference as I go. So it's something I can look back to and say, what's up there? Because there will be scenes set on the roof, important scenes, eventually. So it'd be nice to have something to be able to refer to. Camel says he sent me all the damage copies. I figures he's okay with it, seeing as we're friends. I believe he would. I believe he would. All right. I'm going to put a line here, like that. I'm going to put a line here, like that. Like that. Put a line here. Another one here. Something here. Something here. No, here. And here. All right. Oh, have I still got Reagan's comment on this? I'm sorry, I don't have the thing on. I'm sorry. How about Antoine? There you go. Hey, I'll get him down. Reagan says, no, it's my greatest work. They're like, how long is that idiot going to keep that up there? I just know that I love like, say, a show like Arcane, where if you wanted to, you could just spend forever enjoying all the tiny little details if you were so inclined. Okay, what have I done here? I think that goes there. Oh, need another thick one here, I think. And something up there. John asked, what guides are you referencing? Paralleling or whatever? Well, I've got this. So I've got this guide here. Let me turn this off. So, oh, I found my, was that my sketch? I thought I'd lost you. I thought I'd lost you, little sketch. I didn't know where you'd gotten to. It was buried. Look at that. Anyway. Yeah, so this is like just 1 point perspective. So it's all just going to that single point there. So that's all the vertical lines in that's all the vertical lines in the composition. So you can see they all match up there. So that's how I get all them accurate. And then, yeah, unfortunately, I had to make my own sort of parallel. Where are they? Rulers up here. And you can't really keep that. You got to turn them on one at a time. And it's different because like it's Paris, of course. So nothing's friggin' square. But that's okay. I can figure it out. It's a little bit time consuming, but I think it's worth it. Genuine Comics says Arcane is one of the best shows of the last years. Not a chance. They'll F it up with season 2. Not a chance. Yeah. Arcane is. I've watched the season 1 twice. It's brilliant beyond description. Although a lot of people, they get stuck on the first couple of episodes and they sort of get an idea of what they think the show is going to be. And they think, oh, I've seen this before. Like, no, you haven't. You really haven't. But it's all right. The third episode is where it just, like, especially the ending of the third episode, that's where it really starts. Matt says, are you going into the catacombs in the next book? Well, in this book, there are 3 panels set in it, but it's just more of a setting. It should be like a kind of unnerving setting. We've seen the guy emerging from the goop. So it's in it, but you don't really get into what it's all about and what it's actually. This panel is like we're zooming down through the levels to there's the giant catacomb below. So yeah, it's right. It's very important to the story. It's very important to the sort of, how can I word this? The kind of economy of how this whole thing works. If you get my meaning, my drift. Metal says that's awesome. Darren says everyone can have their opinions, but if you don't agree with me on everything, then F you. D-Wag's going hard. All right. I think that's probably good. Happy with that. I'll put a few little these things in there like that. I think that is the rooftop to Lascaux done. Lascaux is the name of the residence, which if people are aware, they might know what that refers to. Camel Moon says Bancroft likes it when I give him snappy compliments. I got to start it for the chat. I'm still got to cut down your backhanded compliments and clip that out. That was gold yesterday. GK1 asked, what city is this? It's not Kookaburra. It's Paris. It's Gay Paris. I'm going to start. What do I do? Let's have a look here. Start doing some sides of the buildings. I think. Alrighty. Righty then. Okay. Now, when I do this, though, I'm going to do that on a separate layer, so I don't have to friggin' worry about drawing over things. Awesome One says, since I've been gifted for 3 months, what does that make me? Awesome. Metal Movies and Brewski says, watch As Above, So Below. Great catacomb horror movie. I'm actually not really that into horror movies. I'm not against them. I'm just, I don't know. Let's put the guides over here to know if I'm doing it right. Sometimes it doesn't exactly line up how it should. See, like that. Okay, good. Christopher Burkle says, used to be into horror, got tired of it. Yeah, that was it. I used to love watching horror when I was a kid. It was like a you kind of test your metal sort of thing. Ah! But yeah, I got over it. Eventually. I was big into Freddy. Used to watch them all the time. You know what I think it was? I think it was a mixture of the Blair Witch Project and The Ring. That just did me in. I was like, that's it. That's it. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do this anymore. That's what I said. That's where I ended it. Chris says, yeah, we grew up watching Nightmare on Elm Street way too young. I mean, I was younger than my daughter, which is crazy. I just stay up late at night, just like watching videotapes of all the different Freddy Krueger stuff. What was I thinking? It really gave me nightmares. John says Blair Witch just made me laugh. I've heard a lot of people say that. I was the opposite. I was really drawn in by that movie. It was too real. Maybe it's too many nights spent in tents in the Australian bush. It was just too real. And then right after that's when I was with my ex-girlfriend, and she lived up in the hills, and you had to drive up through the forested mountains. It was just, that movie affected me. It scared the crap out of me. Camel says horror movies are like hot sauce for kids. You know you shouldn't, but the benign masochism that keeps bringing you back. Yeah. Maromi says I saw RoboCop and Videodrome way too young. Me too. RoboCop. What's the other one I saw? Predator. Yeah, loved Predator. So young. It's good though. Terminator. I still can't decide if I like Predator better than Terminator. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. All right. This one has like balconies or something on it. Talking about Wolf Creek. Fallout Zone loves the found footage things. Yeah, I like them too. Even when they're not that good, like paranormal, I like them. But I couldn't do Wolf Creek. Again, it was too close to home. I don't know if I need that in my life. And plus, Australian films are always so depressing. And Australia's really not like that. Same with France as well. Like, they always make these really depressing films. Like, it just makes out that everyone's just like a weirdo. And I was like, no thanks. I'm right. I'm good. You know, something I don't really love about Clip Studio Paint is the lasso tool. Anyway. Hail Mark Sanger says hail. Camel says it was too close to home because it was 3 miles away. Okay. Bad Boy Bobby says Runs with Scissors is a classic. I feel like I've seen that, but I may not have. I can't confirm. I forget that I've seen movies all the time. And Mel laughs at me because she's like, "You've seen this?" No, I haven't. And then I'll watch so much of it. Her dad does the same thing. I'll watch so much of it, and I go, oh, maybe I have seen this. A little bit of lines. Lines is all you need. A little bit of, I know it's the wrong thing. Some some of that. There we go. One side done. Next. It's down here. Don't you love drawing intricate buildings? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to spend their 13th hour working that day drawing facades on buildings that people won't even stop to look at when they read the comic? Simply Green says Kenny is another notable Australian classic. Oh, Kenny. I like the Kenny is so good, but if you don't understand any Australian culture, you might not get it. It's a bit like Chopper in that sense. I showed Mel Chopper straight away, and she was like, I don't know if I can be with this guy. He's clearly a psychopath. But yeah, Kenny is so good. It's about if anyone doesn't know, Kenny's about a guy who works in sanitation, toilets, and he's as Australian as you can get. Love Kenny. Christopher saw Kenny for the first time a few months ago. GK1, Australians make disturbing movies. Yes, they do. That he says Chopper. Now I love Chopper, but yeah, it's disturbing. Romper Stomper gave me horrible nightmares, and that one did hit real close to home because it's filmed in all sorts of places that I used to frequent, like all the train stations and stuff like that. Yeah, they're the train stations I go to, you know. So yeah, that was like Romper Stomper is very disturbing. Young Einstein was just weird, although I do love it. It's just so weird. I promise Australia's not like that. I don't know why we have to be a bit kooky with our movies like that. But there are other ones that are way worse. Ones that like you watch and you're like, why did I watch that? Why did I do that? Although Metal Movies and Brewskis brings up Mad Max, I still can't get through it. Again, it's another weird movie. I've tried all of them several times, and I'm just like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Daniel Radcliffe comes to Australia and makes movies. He actually does a really good Australian accent, but again, they're all weird ones. I'm going to get yelled at because I'm eyeballing this and they don't line up. People are going to pick on me out there on the internet. KSS says Bancroft can't get through the Mad Max movies. They don't interest me. I they just don't interest me. I don't know what it is. Is it the subject matter? Is it how, like, I don't know, they feel dated? I don't know what it is. I just can't do it. I think I might have just missed the train. JV says should have just traced the building. Well, these outlines, these bones, that is from Google Maps. You better believe it. I'm making this stuff up in my head. Are you crazy? You crazy? Yeah, at some point, like Matt says, yeah, sometimes you just eyeball it, gives it a bit more something something. Especially when you're using, I find when I'm using these guides like this, you can get a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Perfunctory? Is that a word? Perfunctory. Carried out with any real interest, feeling, or effort. See, where it was locked away in the recesses of my mind. I wouldn't have been able to tell you. JV says traced books. See, Pork gets it. Mad Max is boring. Just said it. Just say it. It's okay to say it. It's boring. Metal says Fury Road was amazing. Love it or hate it. I did like Fury Road. I actually went and saw it twice. I saw it at the IMAX. It was an experience. I did like that. Didn't make me want to go back and try the other ones again, though. Sometimes it's just, that's enough. That's enough. No more. How long have I been going? Am I going to finish this? Oh, not even an hour? Could finish this. If I finish this, but I've got all these roofs to draw. God damn it. Why am I so slow? Just get stuck on these stupid details that I shouldn't care about. Yeah, I think if I finish this, I think that puts me on 77 pages done, which gives me tingles. I like that. I like the idea that I've got 77 pages of this thing done. Well, when I say done, I mean Joe hasn't hit them with his red pen of doom yet. He's going to go through it and say, why does it look like that? Why are those cars different sized? Why do you suck so bad? Bancroft, did you ever do those speed drawing exercises before? I've never done a drawing exercise in my life, and I'm not about to start now. I don't have time for exercises. I see them. I see the legends out there practicing, flipping their things back and forth, and I don't know, warming up. I don't have time to warm up. I get a few hours a day when I'm lucky. If I'm sitting down to draw, you better believe it's going to go in the book. If I draw and it doesn't end up in the book, I am livid. And I will there's some panels or whatever that I've done or something, and I say I just can't get it in the book. I can't fit it, it doesn't work or whatever. Oh, I'm livid. I'm like I get so angry that I spent time drawing something and then I'm not using it. You're talking about exercises you did in school, drawing exercises? Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I remember it was incredibly annoying whenever there was like draftsmanship because it was all about perfection, and you can't have a smudge on your paper, otherwise you got to start again. It's very annoying. Hello, Sam Rogers. How are you today, sir? Good to see you. Dave says you can feature unused art in the back of the book. People like that. I mean, sometimes they use them again. I find a way, and that makes me so happy. I'm like, yes. So I've gotten really used to now drawing in panels as opposed to pages. I think it just works for what I'm doing. I don't know if it makes me slower, but it definitely works. I was actually able to work on a panel I couldn't fit into the book, which really annoyed me, and just do a bit of stuff to it, and that's what ended up as Snuggy's bookmark. It's like, yes, at least I got to do something with it. It didn't. It needed like, I don't know, an hour's work or something, but got there. I was happy with that. You should save all of it. I definitely do, Zed. I save all of it. One day you'll have enough to do a sketch concept book. See it when the series finishes and add on. Yeah, I don't ever delete anything. That's a good idea too. But I'm getting better at never having to not use anything. That used to be an issue back in the day. Like, just that face, that body, whatever I drew, that can't go in the book. I've got a lot of I'll put notes as I go. Like is that face really derpy? And I'll just like put a derp note on it, and then I'll go back, and if it is, I'll have to redo it. But still save everything. Hey. Are all these buildings naked? I'm not sure what that means, GK1. Bancroft says, KSS, would you rather eat meals prepared by Noah or ones prepared by Hannibal Lecter? That's a good question. I mean, they were disgusting. I don't know if you were checking out Shelby Robertson's stream earlier. Noah was on there, NTM Comics, showing off the meals he'd made himself. I mean, foul. That's why I thought he was in prison. They were that bad. Just rank. Absolutely rank. I mean, Hannibal, yeah, despite the produce that he uses, he is a connoisseur. I mean, it would be absolutely delicious as long as you could stomach it. What's going on? Where's my cursor gone? Is it doing that thing? Is it saving? It's auto saving. Come on. Awesome One says Europe is known for not finishing the outside of buildings because you pay extra in taxes. Is that true? Dave says some car owner will be pissed when they find out it's impossible to get out between the other parked cars. That's how they park in France. I've seen it. Like this far apart from each other. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they manage it. That's how they do it. You got to become expert parallel parkers. I may be a dramatist. I may be like go way too heavy on the details, but at least I don't like if there's an error, like just say, I don't know, like those cars are like right stuck up against each other. I'm not that much of a dramatist. I'm gonna go back and fix it. Once it's in, it's in. Blue thought he was getting rickrolled. No, that's how I draw, Blue. You know that. It's all about the overall impression. Don't look at the little details. It's the overall impression that counts. All right, the sides are done there. I'm avoiding that one, so I'll go up here. Of course, it's curved because why wouldn't it be? Which means this is all going to have to be without any guides. Just going to go solo on this. Actually, no, I can still do this. Yeah, I can still do that. Blue says, at least I could tell from the tweet that these are cards from a bird's eye view. You're still improving. Thank you, Blue. Yeah. Yeah, people were guessing what they were yesterday. They're like, I don't know what, not sure what you think that is. What you think it looks like. Oh, Noah's here. Noah, you disgust me. What is it? Sour onion chips with chocolate chip ice cream or something. Come on, Noah. And that egg that looked like cat vomit. No, thank you. No, thank you. Awesome One wants to know why there are no skulls in this picture. They're buried deep underneath this. This is a fountain from above. And there's a number of bulls kind of all in one thing here. I haven't drawn that yet. That's going to be a challenge when I eventually draw that. But you go deep down underground, you'll get to the your catacombs with all the skulls. Catcombs. So it's the British and Australian pronunciation of it, and I don't know what to say. You guys were gaslighting me, telling me I'm saying it wrong. No, I'm just Australian. There's a difference. It's a very rich, prestigious part of Paris. This 16th. What's 16th in French? Says I think is 16, but I don't know what 16th is. Is there anyone who speaks French in the chat? Sumo says, "Damn it, Bancroft! You know it's Monday, right? No, it's Tuesday. What are you talking about? It's Tuesday evening." Cizem, thank you. We got GK1 and was it Cizem? No, Cizem. Pork. I want Mike to try and pronounce crisps in the middle of a sentence. I went to go get some Smith's crisps the other day. Was that? Cesium, says GK1. Thank you. Yeah, I never learnt the well, I know Premiere, but other than that, I mean that one's easy. I think that's good enough. All right. We've been putting this off. Oh, yeah. This is a tricky one. This is going to be a tricky one. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just complaining. Probable. I don't know why I've actually got that set lower. I don't have to. Look at that. You can see it in all its glory. GK1 says, learn French, folks. Chicks dig it. I've already got the French chick. I don't need to learn it. I did it backwards. French is hard. German took perseverance, but I never got the feeling like it was particularly hard. French, I learned a lot of French just through sheer osmosis, but yeah, it's difficult. Alrighty, move you away. God. Move you away. Okay. Ah. KSS says, learn French. I can barely handle English. In France, they learn all the grammar. In English, we're just like, I don't know. It just is. Blue knows all the grammar. I know that. Pork says, I learned it in high school by reading Mobius. I didn't learn it all, but I used to read Harry Potter in German. That helped. Bancroft, Awesome One says, Bancroft will rub his Taco Bell's burrito on you. I will not. I would never order a burrito. That's not my bag. I get a taco. No burritos for me. Thank you very much. Let me get rid of these bottom ones. I don't think we need them. Make a little hole there. Christopher wanted to continue learning Japanese, but my school counselor took me out of it because it would be too hard. Well, that's presumptuous. Learning any language is hard, but I guess some are harder than others. Kazin Depp says, Je connais un petit peu français. There you go. Which means I know a little bit. In German, the first phrase you learn is ein bisschen. So you can, if everyone starts talking, you just say, Ich spreche nur ein bisschen Deutsch. I only speak a little bit. And then people go, and everyone speaks English, so then you're good. Pork. I've read this many times. Mr. Well, it'll be Herr und Frau Dursley. They would say Mr. und Mrs. because that's their names. Aus Nummer 4, Ligusterweg, sagten stolz, dass sie vollkommen normal sein. Vielen Dank. Yeah, I'm a bit rusty on the old Deutsch. Mel is like hanging her head in shame at my accent. I used to have a good accent, but whatever. You don't use it, you lose it. But I spent 4 years learning German just as a hobby, as a kind of challenge and something to do. I also was curious as to how second languages work in the mind. And I felt like I got my answer on that satisfactorily. I wanted to know how it actually works. Like, do you think in the language? Do you dream in the language? How does that work? And I found out that yes, you do. You think in it and dream in it. You're not like translating it in your head. I figured that out. And I'm like, and then I met Mel. And I was like, what? I got to learn another one? Are you kidding me? Mike, don't use it, you lose it. Is that where trans women come from? Spicy blue. Simply Green says, I always mix up keine and kleiner. Keine means none. Kleiner means small. Pork, do you speak German? Is that what I'm to glean from all this? I remember learning German to the point where I could understand what people are saying. But this was sort of, it was definitely pre-streaming or anything like that. It was really difficult to find anything in the language. And so I was so excited when one day I heard some Germans out there on the street, and I was like, finally, I'll be able to know what they're saying. And they were just talking about a tree. I was like, 4 years for this? My German is now limited to Ich verstehe nur Bahnhof. Yeah. I'm sure. No, I get back into it when I went over, if I go back over there, but it would take me probably 6 months or so. I would have comfortably said I'm fluent in German in like 2003, comfortably. but no more. I don't know why I was worried about that one. Is it because it's big? I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. I think I'm going to flatten these down. Pork says, my father's mother was Ashkenazi. So yes, I know German among other languages. Oh, well, that's what they say about the Ashkenazi. They're the smartest people in the world. Jeez, what other language? You know Hebrew? I'm guessing he probably does. He throws us off the scent by calling himself Pork Hunt. And then he's like, I'm actually a very intelligent, learned gentleman. I speak many dead European languages. Blue says, tell us that story about how you met Mel and verbally accosted her while drunk. I've told that too many times. People are aware of it. People know about it, unfortunately. I invented negging for myself when I didn't even mean to. Worked. What? Pork says he speaks French, Spanish, Ukrainian, Hebrew, and can read Aramaic. Isn't Aramaic dead? Pork, are you some kind of genius? A polyglot living among us? Here am I saying, like, learn another language? F that. Pork's like, slacker. Is it a living language? Aramaic. I wasn't aware. I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. Ancient Syrian. I should probably learn, get a bit some of that for the Lucent. I speak fake cuneiform. Well, I draw it. People ask me, is your cuneiform real? No. I know I'm a draughtist, but I'm not that much of a draughtist. Come on, guys. Get sensible here. GK1 says, I speak French, so picking up Spanish was easy. Yeah, when I met Mel, she was learning Spanish, and she was really good at it. But she's, yeah, again, it's another one of those, if you don't use it sort of things. And so I've heard that they're very similar. Of course they would be. Checkpoint says Shigama. That's all you need to know. Or my Shiga. Although I don't think Finn likes it when people say that. Sheila Aliens here. Someone says thank you to Sheila. Can I see Sheila? And what does NTM have against Finatra? What's going on there? How did that animosity start? I was unaware of that. He's saying that Finn basically has, a foot in the grave already. Drawing on the wrong layer. And Finn hits back saying, NTM, you are too young for the real world. Tux gives a super bogan chat, says, hail with the beers. NTM says he's just stating the obvious. Damn. So much animosity. Can't we all just get along? Can't we all just be friends? I tell you, I'll be happy when I finish this page. I think this is one of the last big building scenes I have to draw. Oh no, there's another one. Damn it, I forgot. Oh god damn it. I've got a member chat. Oh yeah, no, I picked that one up. That was Tarks giving the hail with the beers. Was there another one? I think there was another one. But thank you for letting me know, John. Sheila says, who disturbs my lurking? It was who was it? Can't remember. It was someone. Does that always work? Like you just type someone's name in the chat and if they're lurking, it'll find it? I lurk all the time. Sometimes I'm just I always like to say hello to everyone, and sometimes I'm just too busy. So I just lurk. Whoa, Sumo Thori gifted 5 members. Thank you so much. Sumo, you are a legend. Welcome, KSS, Vincent, Hyper Wizard, Chuck Reardon, and Arik. We're all now super bogans. You can all visit the official Rod Looper art gallery. Check out what he's up to. That book is going to be so good. Fractured Mind. Clark heard the word fractured the other day. I don't know what it was on, like on TV or something, and he said, "Oh, fractured mind." It's like you forget how much the kids pick up. And I was like, fractured mind. He's like, yeah, that's your book. It's coming out after Waking Dream. And I was like, oh, he was so close. I said, it's coming out after Painted Death. But that was cool. You really do forget how much they pay attention. You got to watch what you say. Pork says, mein English ist unter aller Sau. What's that? What's Sau? I'm not familiar with that phrase. Pork. You're stretching my linguistic prowess tonight. I ain't no pork hunt polyglot. Sheila says, I still get no gifts option. It's a pig. Oh yeah, that makes sense. A sow, of course. That's what happens. Like when you get your mind into another like language set, you kind of you've got like false friends in languages. So I always sort of train myself to think that you're best to not just assume that because 2 words sound similar that they're going to mean the same thing. Oh my God, Noah. Noah wants to be the next villain of Comicsgate, I feel. That's the what I'm picking up from Noah today. He's like, it's my time. He's calling out Finn, saying that the fracture refers to the elderly man falling down at a nursery home. My God, man. Have you never heard the phrase respect your elders? Clearly he hasn't. Unbelievable. Blue says, when I moved out of Bancroft's basement when Victoria kicked him out, he should have moved to Tasmania instead of South America. I guess it depends on where in South America you move to, Blue. Surely there's just some nice places there. I can't be bothered making yet another ruler, so I'm just eyeballing this plane. We'll see how we go. Close enough is good enough. Respect. I'm not calling Finn old. I'm saying Finn is older than Noah, but like everyone's older than Noah, so I think that's a big thing. You learned Latin as well, Pork? Good Lord. There's some Latin in the Lucent. A little bit. Just enough. This is so weird drawing and reading the weirdness of the chat. It's fun though. You definitely won't ever be lonely. What is going on? Oh, it's heating up now. Finn's like, shut the, you young punk. It's on. Pork says, I did residencies as a young tacker with the Australian Boys Choir, and my sister was in the Australian Girls Choir. That. And then with the Vienna Boys Choir when they toured Oz. Jeez. My goodness. KSS says, got to sleep soon. When is Australia changing their clocks back? I think end of October. So, yeah, things will get better then for everyone, I think. And then I think you guys change your clocks and, yeah. And we'll get, like, Rob's show, this, whenever I do this will be a lot earlier. I mean, I usually keep the 11 p.m. time slot because, I spent so long kind of carving that out for myself. Sumo says, where are the people on the street Bancroft? Yeah, I haven't done people yet. I'll get to that. I mean, it's just a matter of you just do this. I mean, you just go like that. It's, whatever. I usually do any like little knickknacks like that later. So at the end. But the people are so small at this scale, it's not really. It's like this, like dots, little scratches. Like that. People saying goodbye to KSS. We shall see you on the morn. Oh, I finally figured out why they were saying today's Monday. Yeah, because I'm in the future, right? Well, we were looking at the CG calendar. All right, I'm finally figuring out what was being said there. Because yeah, obviously, Graveyard Shift isn't launching tomorrow; it's launching the day after. Because yeah, it's all making sense now. It is a little therapeutic kind of drawing this stuff, I have to admit. Cathartic? Is that no? Cathartic is when you're like, you need to get something off your chest, I think. Hojo's in the house, says hail bogans and bandits, bow and offers a VB out of respect. Thank you, Hojo. Love to see it. I haven't had a VB in so long. I haven't had a drink in so long. I think the last time I had a drink was when I had a tequila with the 656 boys on the closeout of Cryptidinal, something like that. It's a long time ago. It's been too busy. I mean, there's so many kind of drunk streams now in CG. I didn't feel like I needed to add anything to it. Little chimney there. Checkpoint says, I thought he was drawing out his anxiety. Could be. All right. What did I do here earlier? I think I drew like a little, I think I put a little statue on this. Let's have a look. Wrong thing. Yeah, a little statue. Make up a little statue. Something. Blue says, glad to hear you've moved past the drinking in favor of art. I'm sure I'll have a little drinky poo eventually again at some point. Random Parisian statue. Of someone doing something. Holding a sword up above their head. How about that? The Parisians, the French are very proud of their military prowess, which would probably surprise a lot of American listeners to hear that, because they're always first to mock the French and their military prowess. I do believe the French are the country with the most battles won throughout history. I think that is correct. Pretty sure anyway. God damn it. NTM says, all right, going to bed. Looking good. Thank you so much, buddy. I shouldn't let Finn hear me call him buddy, because then I become Finn's enemy. Finn's a big show now. He could ruin me. Keep on his good side. Oh, he was here. Damn it. I listened to a clip from your show the other night, Finn. It got crazy in there. My God. Spicy. I always think I'm being too spicy sometimes when I get together with Camel and Rob and we chat about certain things. I'm like, is this kosher if we talk about this? Finn doesn't give a damn. Finn's like the honey badger. He doesn't care. Hojo says, we had a joke about the French when I was in the army. French machine gun for sale. Never fired, but dropped twice. I mean, just fight and destroy in wars for 1,000 years and then, lose to the Nazis once and it's all over. Doesn't matter. That's it. That's all it took. Moromi says he went to the Paris Air Show as a guest. It was awesome. As a guest? As a guest of the air show? Are you an airman? Are you in aviation? I've done all the sides. I want to put the people in like was it Sumo? Said I should. Let's put some people in. That's easy. Put someone here. All right. We'll do the people in the chat. All right. Here's Finatra. He's over here. This is Hojo walking down the thing. Sorry, Hojo. I made you a bit fat. It's not my intention. We've got Pork over here getting ready to go into his car. We've got GK1. It's there. Whoa. Didn't mean to make you that tall. Who else we got? Athaline. He needs to be in here. Athaline can be hanging out with GK1. You can't just put you got to put people together, like people walking packs. They walk in groups. John, you can be over here. You're going into the into the park. Butterbear. Butterbear says, can't believe Eric July doesn't walk around with a white aura around him. I know, right? Butterbear, this is you over here. You could be there. Jeremy. Jeremy can be in Lasco. How about that? Jeremy's like lurking inside the residence. He's looking for weed. Because I know he's a big fan of the Lucens. He can actually be in there. How about that? I'm only just taking people's names from the chat, so let's just start putting in some more randos. How about 3 people together? Get crazy. Now we're like, what are you guys doing this late out in the streets? Up to no good. Oh, Jeremy Burtz. Jeremy Burtz, you can be right here, my friend. Just standing there. Crom says draw a drug deal. This is the good, nice part of town. But all right. These 2 here, they're like standing by their car. This guy's buying weed out the back of his car there. And this is like a cafe here. And this is the dude who stands at the cafe and he's like, Monsieur, please do not sell drugs at the front of my cafe. Where else can we put some people? People over here. Someone under a tree. Get him room break. Go into his car. Yeah. I think that's enough. Maybe some people here. Walking along. Going for a late night stroll. This is how you make comics, people. Just randomly draw little lines on the ground. Pork says, "Where will there be a where's the sexiest chat in CG poster as a stretch goal?" I mean, we could, if that's what people demand. I don't see why not. I mean, as long as there's enough money to pay for this stuff, then yeah, we can do anything, I suppose. Sumo says, you asked about the people in the first place, Bank. Who asked you? It was you, wasn't it, Sumo? I said that. I said Sumo was asking about it. I'm going to put a person in the window, in the door here. That's you, Sumo, right here. In this little archway here. There's you. Stepping out. You're just coming out. I don't know where you've been here. I haven't figured out the layout of this thing yet. It's a very prestigious building, though. You're there, Sumo. Is that a hooker in the alley? A high-class hooker. The 16th arrondissement is very fancy. Add a sniper on the roof? It's actually not a bad idea. Nah, they wouldn't. It's not like that. It's all secret. They don't need snipers. It's not like a compound like in friggin' Jack Ryan or something. It's not. It's just that's not how they operate. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to darken up all these rooftops because that's how it is. It's night. Whoa, done something here. Didn't mean to do that. Nighttime scene. Obviously, the streets are lit from below. Yeah, the order hide. The order hide in plain sight. They're not. They're not. I just totally forgot what I was saying there. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. Sumo says, you know, tomorrow he's going to say, why is there a white spot on this window? And erase me. GK1 says, not even a single corpse on any roof, bro. Is this even Paris? Is that a thing? Roof corpses? I mean, I've been to Paris a number of times. I don't remember that, but I'm not an expert or anything. I've never lived there. I've stayed there, but I never lived there. All right, I think I'm going to do a little bit of an old houseman style roof here, which means, whoa, don't do that. Jeremy says justice for future Sumo. Doesn't need justice. He's safe. He's safe there. Yeah, so it's going to be like a yeah, like that. Well, this is a bit, I don't know why it's so bulbous here. I'm going to have to fix that. It wouldn't really look like that, but you get the picture. Stop complaining, everyone. Complainers. Not drawing this right, drawing that wrong. Whoa, what the hell happened there? Sheila says the French have the prettiest, sexiest music. I don't mind French music. Pretty good. A lot of French stories and movies. Well, actually, a lot of American movies that you think are American actually aren't. They're French, and they're remakes. People don't know that. The French know it, but no one cares. No one listens to them. But the same goes for music too. Like you think, oh, that's like, I love that song. Yeah, that's a French song. Like Sinatra's I Did It My Way. That's French. I don't know if that's what I've drawn there, but I also don't care terribly much. GK1 says, were you on the rooftops when you visited Paris? No, that's a good point. I did not go on the rooftops. All right. Okay. One more roof. This rooftop looks, hang on a sec here. It's starting to come together. It's looking good. I like the zoom effect. What? Sinatra's My Way is French? How so? Let me enlighten you, good sir. That's why, like, I love My Way and Mel hates it. Why does she hate it? Because she considers it stolen, like cultural appropriation. Original French My Way. All right. Let's do a very quick break in transmission here. Blue says my Paris is too clean. I can't suspend belief that. I told you this is the clean end. I won't play it. Oh, we don't need to do that. Okay, come on. Can we skip ads? No, we got to watch this woman getting a beer. All right, come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, isn't that funny? Apple cider? No.
Et je te bouscule, tu ne te réveilles pas comme d'habitude. Sur toi,
Claude Francois.
je remonte le drap.
Let's skip forward.
D'habitude, je sors de la chambre en retard. Comme d'habitude, maison.
Come on, let's get to the crescendo.
Mon col.
Am I skipping? Here we go.
Toute la journée, je vais jouer.
Sinatra heard this and was like, yeah, I want this.
À faire semblant, comme d'habitude, je vais sourire. Oui,
Comme d'habitude means, like, as my understanding is, that's like as per usual. Like, comme d'habitude, that's what that means. It's like, yeah, you know, that always happens. That's my understanding. You Frenchies, tell me if I'm wrong. Finn says, he's Frank, I'm Stank. I always get you two confused. Like when I say to a friend, oh, you know, Finatra, when I mean Sinatra. And they're like, what? Are you having a stroke? I'm like, I can't. It's Finatra now. Enough of that. That's it. So many songs, movies are French that you're not aware of. Now you know, at least know that one. So you're gonna have to do your own homework. Yeah, GK1 as usual. Yeah, I know that. It literally means like the habit, habitual, as usual. The French are funny like that. Funny people. They say funny things. The Germans say the funniest things. When I was in Germany, I was just constantly blown away by their translations of movie titles into just the most bizarre nonsense, like literal translations. I don't know. I don't like this. This is making this up, right? Like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. They were like, well, we can't call it Indiana Jones. I'm like, why not? It's like, well, we don't know what Indiana Jones is. And like, neither did we before we did. And they're like, I know we have to call him Exploring Man in a Hat and the Scary Place or something. Like it's I know it sounds stupid, but it's almost is like that in all their movies. It's crazy. And that's what like their titles are like super long a lot of the time. They're a funny bunch. The thing that always did stand out to me, and this is real, this is true. I was watching The Simpsons in German, and there's a scene where Homer is telling a story about how he stayed all day to go see Mr. T at a shopping center or something, and that was so Homer. Like he wanted to go see Mr. T. The Germans translated it to who's that famous German supermodel? Claudia Schiffer. Like that. Homer wouldn't wait to see Claudia Schiffer. He waited to see Mr. T. They ruined the joke. And I'm like, why would they do that? And they're like, oh, Mr. T wasn't like super famous at the time in Germany. Dumb. Whenever I hear people say Germans have a poor sense of humor, I don't disagree. Daniel asks, what's your favorite European city, Bancroft? That's tough. I'm just gonna say like favorite as in to visit, or it's like not to live or anything, because I think they're all like I wouldn't live in a European city. But maybe Rome. Rome is just like if you're into history, Rome is just a dream. like we spent far too little time in Rome. I nearly died in Rome because I was so sick from food poisoning. But just stunning. Like I'm big into the Romans, like the actual, historic people. So, but Paris is beautiful. But then there are areas of Paris that I don't even want to look at. Like, just bury them. Whole swathes of Paris that I was like, I didn't want to see it. I didn't even want to know it exists. Mel loves Berlin. I could take a leave Berlin. I was like, man, I much prefer Dusseldorf than Berlin. I thought Dusseldorf is an amazing place. Berlin was like, I mean, it's good to see certain places, but you can tell it was bombed to the ground. London was beautiful. I loved London. Again, we were visiting. We were there for 2 or 3 days. But the good parts of Paris are amazing. They really are. But there's just so many. I mean, there's whole parts of Paris that are just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in the West Bank. Not for me. But Rome was pretty special. Like the Colosseum, everything. It's crazy. We went to go to the Trevi Fountain and it was blocked. Like it was under construction. That was annoying. The problem with these cities is it's like, as a tourist, everything is so packed. It's like going to Disneyland. You gotta wait so long. We just gave up. Like, I'm not gonna spend 3 hours waiting to see. I don't know. We were in Florence, which is also very beautiful. I'm not gonna spend 3 hours waiting to see Michelangelo's David when I've only got, 9 hours in the day really to explore or something. John says Bancroft got excited delirium from Roman history. I love Roman history. I've been listening to Julius Caesar, the renditions of the play. It's good stuff. It's a me, Jose says, love Rome, though the Italians rip you off. I actually thought the Italians were the nicest of all. I mean, maybe it's because we were coming from France. We left France to go to Italy, and like it was like a splash of water in the face how nice the Italians were. Just so friendly. Coming from Paris, it's like it's the complete opposite. But the British were nice too. The English. I love the history. I'm all about the history. GK1 says, I'm kind of the same, Michael. I got gonorrhea from an Italian woman. I think I just got, I probably drank some water and bad idea. Just like, don't drink any water in Europe. Just like, you're better off drinking Coke from a bottle or beer for your fluids. Like, just don't do it. My innocent Australian guts couldn't handle it. Mel wore this really stunning, was it red? Either way, she wore this. We were in Florence, it was like Victoria was 2 years old. We were young, we were early 30s, like peak physical condition. Maybe I wasn't, but Mel, and she's in this dress, and we go out. We're like, let's go out into the city in Florence and just, So Mel's like in this, like, cut dress and looking all sexy. And we walked from our hotel to restaurant or something. 100%. There wasn't a single man that we passed, and we probably passed 60 to 100, were looking at her like without any shame. Just like they would stop, look her up and down. Like some of them would do a little bit of a oh, I mean, they didn't say it like I don't know, whatever you say in Italian, you know, I don't know. You know, they say stuff, no shame whatsoever. It was amazing. It's like such a different culture. And but it was a great night. We ended up getting pizza at one of the oldest pizza restaurants in the world. They're one of the original. It's in Florence. And then we got gelati, which is like, gelati was, I think, invented in Florence. What's Italian for that ass? Bella. That's it, Johnny. Yeah, men in the street would go like hang on, let me go full screen here. They'd in front of me and everything, no shame. They would just look her up and down and go, Bella, like that, like right to her. Hey. It was yeah. And Mel, she told me she went to Italy when she was young, I don't know, 14, and there would be guys like stopping these 14-year-old French girls in the street and saying, "Oh, principessa," I don't know, you know, signora, signoretta, I don't know, whatever they say. It was fun. It was an experience. All right, I think I'm done drawing for the night. I've been going 2 hours. I'll finish off these roofs on my own, and then that's done. I think that 77 pages done. Let me check. Check. The signups. We are sitting on 15 to go. Are there 15 of you in here who aren't signed up to Painted Death? The link is there in the description. Please do, because 15 more and we're on 1,000. And then I get to lord it over Camel and Rob and say, I have more signups than both of you two fools combined. Sheila says, I love they appreciate beauty so much. It was a very stunning dress. I remember it fondly. Yes. Have a good evening, Mike, says Blue. Great to see you hanging out again, Blue. That's great to have you here. All right, that is it from me. I will not streaming tomorrow, I don't think. I know I might do another draw stream. We'll see how I feel. Might do a video if there's something interesting to talk about. Other than that, thank you all. You are the most spectacular, amazing, incredible, and phenomenal, sexiest chat in all of CG. I will see you next time. Have a great one. All right. Bye.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig. But as a bundle, we form a mighty